This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. If you click on the link in the description below, it'll take you to their store and they'll know I sent you there. Before I jump into another premiere draft for Ikoria, Lair, Behemoths, I want to remind everyone that my content's sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can go to their store by clicking on the link in the description below on YouTube or clicking on the panel below on Twitch. It'll take you there, and it's my referral link, so they will know I sent you. Yeah, King Caesar. Great. Great. That last draft was fun, at least, because we got to ultimatum a couple times. The first draft was not very much fun, so... Ooh, well, that's an easy first pick. So she's a huge bomb. You know, she takes a little bit of effort to build around, but not really. And she's a 4-mana 4/4 on top of everything else. Thank you for the follow, Galactic Gravy. So if the bomb, mythic, rare wasn't here, what would we take? Well, probably just Pacifism. I think it's better than Deadweight and the Harvester, which are the other cards you'd look at. But we want Winota. She is super sweet. So is this guy. And we're in red-white, so we're going to have cycling, and he's one of the better cycling payoffs around. And like Winota, he's just a good creature. And he's a human, which Winota cares about. So, yeah. Yep. I think that's the pick here over Divine Arrow. So we want to try hard to play her. Now, there's enough fixing in the format we could splash her, but we definitely want to make as much of an effort as we can to play Winota. She just alters boards drastically. Sometimes the turn she comes down, so hard to say no. It's crazy that they added Indestructible to that trigger. You know, she'd be pretty good without that. The fact that it also makes the creature indestructible that she grabs is kind of absurd. All right, so here I think we take a Mentor. Jubilant Skybonder's not bad either, but I like the Mentor a little more. I like these guys. We're going to have non-humans to make Winota work, so we're going to have them. We don't have any now, but we will. Man, I love Dreamtail Heron, but I don't know that I want to take it here. I don't think it's, like, way better than Momentum Rumbler. It's probably better, but I don't think it's way better. I'm going to take the Rumbler instead, just because I feel like we're already in red and we have a bomb, and I'd like to try to play her. And I don't think we're giving up that much by not taking, like, Day Squad Marshal. I mean, by not taking the Heron. Yeah, that last draft, our OBS also crashed, so at least it wasn't an awesome one where it crashed and I lost the recording. / stream. Does look like I lost about 40 viewers as a result of the crash, which sucks, but... I was going to say, do I have all these packs? It's cool you get to actually, you know, they're making things a little more social on here, which doesn't hurt. Okay. So Divine Marshal, Divine Arrow, Day Squad Marshal, or Duskfang Mentor. I think they're both pretty good. All pretty good. I think we're going to take the removal, though. Another Divine Arrow. I don't really think I want that. There's a dead weight that's still here. Yeah, maybe we do just want another Divine Arrow. We could take the Heat Bonder, too. I don't hate that plan. But I think 2 Divine Arrows is okay. I don't love the card because of how situational it is, but I think it works. This is the least impressive of the Mythos, usually. Especially because the upgrade doesn't do a whole lot. It just does a little bit. So I don't think I want it. Do I want a Marshal or a Forbidden Friendship? It's a good question. I think both of them are worth looking at here. I think the Marshall's better overall. This is what our last deck was really lacking. Another way to really abuse all those big creatures we threw in our graveyard. So I like the Tactician a little more in a cycling deck, and I think we're going to end up with enough cycling that I'll like it more than the Glider. I like the Tigerilla reasonably too, but yeah. Take the Tactician. All right, so here we will take a Helica Glider over a Sabertooth. And I guess I'll take a Caprador. Once you have 2 Divine Arrows in your deck, like, it does become a little intriguing to consider. You know, I wouldn't advise playing Divine Arrows and things like that just to make your Caprador better. But if you already have things that you can turn into combat tricks, it is some nice, reasonable additional upside. So the bad news is red's not super open, and blue looks like it is. So we may end up splashing Winota because, like, Avian Oddity is really good, and it's still here. Take a Terron here. Right now we don't have any fixing, but it kind of sucks that red is so not open. But if we can be blue-white, splash Winota, I'd be okay with that. She's not as good to splash, maybe, as some bombs, but she'll still alter the board. Like, the reason I say that is because the dream scenario is like 2-drop, 3-drop, play Winota, attack with both, get your free creatures, you know, and you're not going to be able to do that off a splash, generally, unless you do really well with your hand. Well, how about that? Well, we might just play Karuga, I mean, as a companion, because we're only losing these cards, and none of them... I mean, our Rescuer is nice, but it turns out having most of these as your companion is well worth it. Like, to the point that making your deck a little worse is usually worth it, because you're always going to have an 8th card in your opening hand, or an additional card if you mulliganed. And it's always going to be a pretty good card, you know? So it ends up being pretty great. And we'll take Karuga here. Which probably locks us into blue, which I kind of wish I'd done earlier, because there's a Dreamtail Heron here. We'd probably take Wingspan Mentor here over the Heron, though. The Heron's great, but I do think the Mentor is a little bit better. I wouldn't mind, you know, Polywog Symbiote either, but... Migratory Greathorn is something to keep an eye on, because it does give us fixing for Winota, but we'll take a Mentor here. Ooh, hello. Mythos. That's a pretty easy pick. I mean, Evolving Wilds would let us play Winota, etc., but I think it's still worth it. It's just a great card. Copying the best permanent on the battlefield is pretty good. And we may actually be able to cast Mythos for its with the Teamer cost and get the additional value. Because if we're splashing red, it's possible. But yeah, we'll grab Mythos. Okay, Winota. So we have 2 cards here that can help us splash, but I do think with Karuga, we're probably going to be doing this. Yeah, so we don't want the Naturalist. Maybe we'd rather just have Evolving Wilds. It's kind of more consistent way at fixing for us. And this is a green. I don't even know what I'm talking about. We don't really want to be playing green as a main color, so we'll just take Evolving Wilds. All right, so this costs 2. It kind of sucks. So does this. So does this. So I think we'll take a Perimeter Sergeant here. Okay, there's a Farfinder here. There's also a Checkpoint Officer, but I think Farfinder would get us to the fixing we need to play Winota, who's really good. And this also costs 2, so we'd rather have Farfinder anyway. All right, he counts all cards, right? Yeah. So we'll take Capture Sphere here. Oh, or a Windscarred Crag. I think we're okay on fixing, so I think we'll take the Sphere here. All right, so now we'll take another Evolving Wilds. I like Evolving Wilds more than I like the Gainlands, generally. Don't like Convolute very much, but we need playables that cost 3 or more. And like I said, I think it's actually worth sort of damaging your deck to the point where you don't have 2 drops, for example, to have a Karuga in your opening hand every game. It seems like it's been worth it so far, anyhow. All right, Phase Dolphin. Dismal Backwater doesn't really help us, does it? Not right now, but maybe it will. Although, yeah. All right, we'll grab this on the off chance we decide to not Karuga, but I think we want to Karuga, so. So without the Divine Arrows, I don't think we're going to be playing Caprador. Hey, you don't hate that. Cycling and all that. Okay. Well, I think we have enough humans already. They're not all 3 mana or less, but I mean, we already have 4 or 5 humans. That's plenty. We're probably going to end up with more. This pack is not a great one. I mean, not for us. Heartless Act is great, but probably not worth giving up on Karuga for. Yeah. We'll take the Heartless Act, I guess, on the off chance we decide to run it. There just wasn't anything for us in that pack. Okay, well, Voracious Great Shark is great, so he's definitely what we take here. Neutralize, I suppose. Yeah. Thieving Otter, Convolute. We already have 1 Convolute, so I'm going to go for the Otter here. Vidas 1's actually... Oh, never mind. I keep forgetting about Karuga. We're giving some stuff up for Karuga, but I don't think it's crazy what we're doing. Not from my experience so far in this format. It seems like it's worth doing whatever you need to do to run something like Karuga. I do think we want this guy here. Well, I guess we'll grab an Adaptive Shimmerer. I think in an ideal world, we don't want Convolute in our deck. Phase Dolphin. So more humans would have been nice, but I think we'll get by. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's just 5, but like I said, I think we can get by. It's actually more important to have more non-humans than it is humans. Because you get to look at the top 6 cards of your library. I mean, we're not going to be slamming any super powerful... Well, yeah. It's not going to be any super powerful humans, but they're pretty good. The token doesn't count because it only lets you... it has to be a card in your deck. So... This deck looks pretty good to me. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, we definitely gave up some better 2-drops that we could have had. And we don't have much in the way of removal. So we may have gone a little too zealous, but we'll see. I think maybe just playing Karuga might have actually been the right choice here just because of the decisions we had to make. And we could still do it because we just don't have any removal, but I think that will be okay. With a huge lack of removal, this may actually be a time where I want to play Convolute, which is a sad thing to say. But I think it probably is. Alright, so we really only need 1 mountain because we have Farfinder and 2 Evolving Wilds. Then we probably want an 8th island. It probably would have been worth picking up Cyclers. You're probably not wrong. Alright. Let's do this. Be a good experiment. So far, when I've done the companion thing, it's been worth it. Even at times when it didn't seem like it would be. And I've played against people where the same was true. Okay. Surprisingly, we don't have any 2-drops. No, we can keep it, though. Wait, we don't have 2-drops. It's the joke. Alright. So, I guess we'll grab our 1 mountain here. Okay. Play our island. Lets us bluff that we have Essence Scatter. Which we don't, but, you know. Play Farfinder and grab another island. Oh, you're right. I guess it's not much of a bluff when I have Karuga. Take that. So, is it Lee? I mean, I don't think we want to leave mana up. I think we'd rather just play something here. I'm going to try to play the Day Squad Marshal. They might have Essence Scatter. Doesn't look that way, though. I could have flashed that in and killed my Farfinder. It's not exciting, surely, but it's pretty good. Yeah, against someone who didn't take advantage of the early game that we don't have, Karuga does look pretty good. Not sure I'm actually going to cast him yet, though. I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to have that as a... So, we'll offer a trade here, I think. We can counter any creature they might play on their turn with our Great Shark. And, yeah. I'm definitely... you know, they know I have something, but they can't know I have this, right? Well, maybe they'll just pass their turn. And I can just... keep attacking them. Okay, so I think we'll play this here. I mean, it is tricky. Like, I guess I have the advantage here because I'm the one who has a creature in play. So I can just keep leaving up our Great Shark and slowly attacking them. And if I ever hit a 6th land, yeah. I think just leaving mana up here is actually worth it. For now, at least. Shark is only artifact or creature. Not artifact creature, but artifact or creature, which is most things. So, alright, so they're going to plan on lurking Deadeyeing us here. I can actually just use Convolute now. Okay. So let's play Perimeter Sergeant here. Glad you enjoy the content. Ace of Souls. Yeah, so we'll just leave up Convolute. We're basically a control deck here. They're going to flash this dude in. I think we just let it happen. Worth it? I don't... yeah. Let's do it. They might be able to play something else now, but I'm not sure I care. Do I just trade for this guy again? I don't think so. Ooh, hello. Too bad I don't have a non-human in play right now, but, you know, I think we still play her here. It's a free attack, so I will take it. Alright. Yeah, we play her. They may kill her right away. And they do. Okay, so... yeah. I'm probably going to need to cast Karuga soon. He draws me 2 cards right now, and he gives me a big creature. They can hit me for a significant amount of damage a turn right now, so... I mean, I can hit them for a significant amount too, I suppose, but... yeah. Yeah, it's not good. So, 5 damage to my face? Just 4. Only 4. Alright, yeah, so time to play Karuga. I only draw a card off of it, but it's probably okay. Yeah, so let's go to combat. Yeah, They know I don't have the good tricks, you know. But that's okay. They can know that. Well, we got something to cycle and something that can potentially help us win on a backswing. Alright, so they're going to get Blood Curdle back. Make this... Yeah, they get Blood Curdle back. Kill Karuga. I think trying earlier to get them with our Voracious Great Shark was a bad idea. I think we hold on to the charge. Ooh, hello. Okay, that's actually a pretty good draw here. Yeah. So we ambush them. What's the one card in their hand? Pretty gross. Pretty gross. I could have waited to do it on their turn, and that obviously would have been a little better, but I was kind of worried about dying. Oh my god, I forget they get to trigger it twice. Oh, our charge won't be able to kill them. I think we lose now. That's rough. The question is, do I cycle away the charge? Because I can only hit them for 3. We know they still have a removal spell in their hand, so I need a removal spell for this. Ugh. Okay. That actually works out relatively well here. I should have played those in a different order, but what are you going to do? You know? I'm not outright dead, unless you have something nastier. I'm just mostly dead, because I can double block the Deadeye and go to 2. Oh. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm dead. Ooh. Yeah, my big mistake there was early on. I should have just played Karuga early instead of holding onto my Shark forever. Like, they played around it really well, which was frustrating. And leaving up mana like that was probably not the thing I should have done, even though it feels great to do. Okay. That's a keeper. I forgot we had the Mythos. Dang. Our deck's pretty stacked. Yeah. Probably looks like we'll just be convoluting something on turn 3. What do you... I think they go with Death Touch. I think that's almost always what you go with. Oh, they went with Lifelink. I'm cool with that. Grab a Mountain. So we probably want to Convolute this turn, because next turn we probably are going to play our Avian Oddity. I mean, they may play around Counter Magic, I guess, but kind of okay with that, yeah. So yeah, we'll play our Avian Oddity here. Less than ideal. I think in this case we play Karuga. It's going to be interesting if we get stomped this draft, because I've yet to see a draft where you companion one and you don't do relatively well. But it seems like, you know, we've had some serious issues. Yeah. Okay, well, that's not good. Lifelink, Menace, and Reach, huh? Well, I think we're going to end our turn and kind of have to count on our Great Shark, who can't counter that, but I can at least flash it in and kill this stupid Recluse, which I think is what we have to do at this point. Whoa, he screwed up. Oh, it had lifelink. I forgot it had lifelink. Thank God it had lifelink. Alright, so we can attack for 2 here. And I think we'll play a Thieving Otter. Leave up mana for counter magic. We want them to try to play something huge, like the next couple of turns, so that we can just, you know, prevent them from happening and whatnot. Oh, thank God. That's what we wanted. Even lets us get rid of that Convolute, which will become an increasingly worse card as the game goes on. Yeah, that's kind of a problem. They have so much life. Alright, so we're going to play Phase Dolphin here. Set that little combo up. Plan is probably to neutralize a Mutate here. Oh yeah, we definitely want to neutralize that one too. All right. I mean, they still had a lot of game left, but I guess the counter magic frustrated them. All right. That would have been a sweet time to draw Winota, because we had all non-humans in play and mana for her. Right, I think that's a keep. Going first is pretty good news for us. With our lack of 2-drops, you know, we kind of need to be going first. I'm probably going to cycle away this coordinated charge. Our deck's not great with it, frankly. I mean, you know, there'll be board states where it does its thing, but there seems like there's more where it won't. Uh-oh. Okay. We're not desperate to grab our red mana right now. I mean, we're going to want to at some point, but I'll play a creature here who can do a bit of damage early. We could leave up Convolute mana too, but I think we'll hold on to it for later. Thank you for the follow, Sir Drossa Tryptomania. Oh, thanks for the gift subs, actually, Ace of Souls. So first strike, huh? First strike. Well, let's play our Farfinder. Grab our mountain. Play our mountain. It's funny that it reminds you that this is here. Useful thing to keep in mind, I suppose. That Marmoset, I was going to say, it can attack pretty freely here. It's the bad news. Good news is I can play Karuga this turn and draw some cards. And I think that's probably what we want to do. And no attacks. You can give him Vigilance, which is not too bad. Look like they might be mono-red. I guess maybe they're color screwed. Going mono-colored in this format doesn't have very many payoffs. Though the one that does exist is the simple fact that your mana is consistent. Okay, so I'm gonna block that one. See if they use a trick on it. Looks like they don't. Let's go with first strike. And we'll end our turn here. So they probably have a trick. And I'm okay with that. they don't, we just get a nice block here that helps us out. We can convolute some things, but most tricks in this format are cheap enough that it wouldn't work. Well, I think that was a mistake on their part. Go out on a limb here and say that. We don't want that to happen. Well, sucks that I can't counter cycling right about now. But I do have 2 creatures with vigilance. Would I rather give it to the glider, who can get bigger and be more of a problem for the marmoset? I think we'd still rather put it on the big boy. So we'll leave Convolute up again. It's just not worth attacking when the thing has first strike and a cycling trigger. That's a real problem. As that illustrates. So we've got another Convolute if they play an expensive enough spell here. 3 or more mana is Convolute territory. Okay, that is not Convolute territory. Bye-bye, Farfinder. We already have our mountain, right? Yes. Oh, that's great. We're mentoring up over here. Alright. So, we end our turn. Yeah, flying dinosaur hippo. Look out. Okay, so, like, we take it. There's no way they can cycle enough things to kill us, right? He says. Between a nice swing here and Frostveil ambush, we probably are going to get there. What are they doing? They just tapped all their lands and then didn't do anything. Hopefully OBS isn't about to crash again. I think we should have this in the bag. I mean, convolute, whatever it is they're doing now, attack them with everything. I can actually make this bigger at the end of their turn, too. This is a beefy Sarah Angel, that's for sure. 1 additional power. Yeah, they may have rage quit. That is entirely possible. If they think they're in their second main phase, you think they would have undone what they did by now. Interesting. All right, well. We should be in the clear, more or less. The one thing to be a little worried about, I suppose, is that they're like trying to bluff us here, and they can actually make this big enough to kill us, but what would that take? It would take 6 cards with cycling, and they have 3 cards in their hand. And I still have a blocker if I really feel concerned about the situation. Yeah, so we'll just pass the turn. Yeah, the double strike spell would do it, but I can counter that, so... I wouldn't be able to counter the cycling, but I could counter the... So the games where we just went ahead and played Karuga on turn 5, we've won. I should probably have picked up a random dual land so that I could at least occasionally, with our Mythos, do the fight part. Because the fight part is quite good. Right, I think this is a keeper. We'll be grabbing a mountain with our Evolving Wilds. So, Helica Glider, Wingspan Mentor, Karuga. That's probably what we're going to start with. We want to give it first strike so our mentor can then, yeah. I think that's the plan. I think playing 1 forest for it is definitely a bad idea. Yeah, that's pretty gross. That is pretty gross. So, I think we still do this. But we're in trouble. Anytime they, do something like this in your deck that doesn't have very much removal, like ours, like our main way of dealing with things is to counter it. And that's what makes countering kind of bad, is that you have to have the mana up at the exact right time or your removal doesn't work, basically, And that's what we're looking at here. Uh-oh. I think I'm going to have to use Frostveil Ambush or die, basically, right? Well, I guess we can make it 1 more turn. So let's try. Those things aren't going to help us. So we have to hope we can make it 1 more turn. Then we can Frostveil Ambush and maybe sneak in some stuff. But we may be about to be dead anyway. We're just going to take this because that's the only way That's the only way we have a chance, is to take it. Well, they don't have any cheap permanents in their sideboard, is the good news. I mean, in their graveyard. Alright, so 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we're just going to attack with Karuga here. And we're going to Frost Veil ambush them before they go to combat next turn. Yeah. That's the only way we can not die. Fast starts like this are rough. Okay. Okay, so that buys us some time, but look at all our phase dolphins. But I think that's about it. Gross. Well, we can't convolute that. So they're going to kill our one flyer and then kill us, so... Yeah, I mean, this deck would be so much better if we'd picked up removal. The problem is a lot of the good removal in these colors are 2 mana or, you know, pacifism, things like that. We do have Capture Sphere. We might even have 2 Capture Spheres, but we haven't really seen them. Okay, this is pretty good. Let's hope we're up against a slow opponent again, not like the last one. Otter Wingspan Mentor is a nice little thing to do. I'm not 100% sure what deals you're talking about because I don't buy packs ever. So let's play Thieving Otter. Does it get countered? It doesn't. That's good. That's good news. Well, given that they don't have anything here, I'm actually just going to attack them, I think. See what happens. See if I get that card. I do have Convolute if they flash something in. Yeah, so I have Convolute. Do I want to use it? I think I do. I have an opening to do it, and I get to draw the card. Okay, never mind. It's a 2 for 2. I got you. That's mean, but I guess acceptable. Okay, so I think we just play the big boy. Does he get Essence scattered? I think he does. That's going to be annoying. Yeah. Essence Scatter it is. Hello, Ball WD. Glad you made it to the stream. Alright, so we're going to try to just play this oddity as a creature. See if it gets countered too. We've countered a lot of spells with this deck, so we kind of deserve it if it happens, but I was kind of just hoping it wasn't going to happen. So the good news is, at least, it stays in play, and that matters for Karuga. Alright, so... let's play Karuga. We draw the 1 card, we get a 5/4 who can trade for this thing. And that's pretty good. Okay. All right, so... I can play both of these or just this. I think I'm just going to play that. We have so much more going on in our hand that we just trade happily if our opponent ever wants to, basically. What sucks is our mentors have kind of lost their usefulness in some ways. Although that's less true if I make a copy here. So we have 3, 4, we have 6 mana. So we can't make a copy and play a mentor this turn, but that's probably okay. Alright, so let's copy our... do we want to copy our flyer or our big boy? I think our big guy is what we want to copy more. So we're going to choose this one. Oh, I kind of forgot I was going to get that trigger. That's absurd. That we get that trigger there. That is silly. All right. It was definitely correct to copy Karuga. Okay. Give him flying. Convolute's not going to be very good here. I think I'm just going to end the turn and probably... I mean, I can choose to use Convolute if I want to, but I'm probably just going to use Capture Sphere. I don't even really need to use Capture Sphere because I can just chump block the Sergeant. All right. Gives us our best record of the day so far. An impressive 3-3. At worst, anyway. We have the potential for more. Our poor Winota hasn't gotten to do anything. The one time, we played her once and she got killed, and another time, we could have played her, but our opponent was dead, so... Alright, I think this is acceptable, especially on the play. Yeah. We basically always want to be on the play with the Karuga deck, I feel like. Because we have such a disadvantage in terms of not playing 2s and 1s. Yeah. So I think the first thing we search up is a mountain. Well, maybe it's an island. No, it's a mountain. Yeah. We'll draw that island. We'll need a second island at some point, but we can get the second... we can get the first one with our Evolving Wilds this turn. I like this format so far. Right, so grab an island. Oop. So I think I'm going to play Phase Dolphin here. I love that Otter 3/4 bird combo. It is frustrating to have it happen to you, but it's pretty... It's cool. It's something I like about this format. Alright. Who do I want to play more? Probably just another Phase Dolphin? Yeah? We need that second island, though. We didn't get that island with our Evolving Wilds. And we don't have it yet for Karuga, which is good news for our opponent. Because playing it on turn 5 here would be pretty nasty. 2 Snare Tacticians is nasty. Oh, well, now we can play Karuga. So, is it worth attacking here? I feel like it is. There's a very good chance they tap down 2 of our creatures anyway, in which case we're not going to be in good shape no matter what, so... It's less than ideal. Okay. Do I offer the trade? I don't think so. It was tempting, though. Ooh. Okay. Let's see if we can pull this off the way we want to. So, I think we'll make the Phase Dolphins unblockable. I guess we'll give Vigilance to one of the Dolphins, because Karuga's probably going to die here. We missed on that one. That was pretty great. We only hit twice, but that was plenty. Alright. So we get the 2 for 1 here. They can get back their Coil Bug for free here. Going super wide is smart on their part. It kind of sucks to draw another human here. I think we actually have all the humans from our deck right now. Which is less than ideal. We might have a couple left somewhere in there, but... Alright, so you 2 are going to attack. Yeah. No humans left, so our opponent is in better shape than they might have thought. I think we'll play Thieving Otter here. And also Wingspan Mentor. No, it's not that good here, actually. Maybe I'd rather have the Glider. Let's go with Flying because of our Wingspan Mentor. Yeah, I wouldn't think I would lose. I'm with you there. The one thing they can do is they have a free attack with Garrison Cat every turn, more or less, and they can recast it every turn. But I'm not super concerned about that at this point. Ooh, hello. Well, there's the payoff for going stupid wide. I think we probably just attack with everything now. So who wants to be unblockable? Probably Thieving Otter. Who else? Probably one of the Phase Dolphins. Probably going to blow them out with Coordinated Charge here. It tends to do that. Okay. Yeah. The counter will stay on it, I think, but it won't actually do anything. All right. We're at least going to get 4 and 3. Yeah, it's been a fun format. I mean, this is my 10th draft. But I've had fun with it so far. Yeah, it'll do something once it turns into a creature again, correct. Alright, I think this is a keeper. Convolute is kind of awkward in this deck because I have to play all these 3-drops, and actually having mana up for Convolute early is not that easy to do, but still, it's a keep. Convolute's just awkward in general. We kind of had to play it because of our Karuga, but I think it's been worth it overall. I mean, Karuga has been a big deal. We'll grab our mountain here. Alright, so I think I'm just going to play Phase Dolphin here. Thank you for the bits, One Beer Dave. Lifelink. The Mentor doesn't make a huge difference here, honestly. I'm going to play Farfinder. And we'll grab a Plains. What we don't want is him to mutate something onto that, but it's inevitably going to happen. It will happen. Silver block. You think they have the Flash Mana War Shark thing? That'd be fun. Oh, no, they just have that. That kind of works for me, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's not what I wanted to do, and I overlooked the fact that it could happen, but... I think I'll be okay. Yeah. Just play our Karuga here. Draw the one card. Look out, Vigilance. Yep, another draft today. That's all we do on this stream so far, and probably forever. Who knows? I'm surprised by their reticence there, but I'll take it. All right, so we can leave up Convolute now. I guess I can just make this bigger and bigger now is their plan. All right, so I think I attack in the air. Yeah. Lifelink is such a pain. I'm gonna need to find a way to kill that stupid thing at some point. Alright, so because we can use Convolute on it, that's what we're gonna use here. Thank God we could. So do we just take the hit here, or is it worth chump blocking? I think it's take the hit. Three, four, five. I think we still want to leave up counter magic if we can. So, yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. Next turn we can play the Tiger and leave up counter magic, which is good. We can convolute this one too, so we will. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have attacked. It probably was not worthwhile. Okay. We are going to end our turn, I think. Yeah. I will have to trade Karuga, which I'm pretty okay with. Uh-oh. We don't want that to happen. That card just ends games, so... It doesn't happen immediately, but it does happen. Ooh, nice. Very nice. We've had our build your own Sarah Angel several times today. So that's been good. All right, so I think we do have to trade still. Ouch. Yeah, that sucks. Well, there's Capture Sphere at least. It has come to the rescue. Well... Oh, I can actually just block once and pump it with my mentor. What do I do to get full control? I think I messed this up, though. I think I'm too late. Maybe I'm not. So we need 3 mana for that. Okay. This thing does have Death Touch. We really do not want them to draw mutate things right now. Obviously enough. I think they just might have, though. Yeah. Probably just gonna take 3 here. Yeah, we'll just take 3. Death Touch is such a problem. Yeah, mutating on the Gnar probably would have been better for them. I think they drew another mutant. Oh, God. Why, God? Not good. Not good. And they got their Starix back, so that's going to be really fun. They can't do it. Oh, yes, they can. Yeah, I think we lose now. Not sure we have a whole lot that can keep us from losing left in our deck. All right. We're going to block both of them. That's not what we were looking for. How many mutates have they drawn in a row if they have another one here? Okay, well, it's not a mutate, but it's still not good. Okay, so... time for a chump block. Ooh. That could be helpful. Not a bad card to draw here, certainly. I almost wish they would... I don't know what I wish they would do. So let's let them attack. He you think they have a counter spell for our Great Shark? Alright, I'm going to block with both of those on that. And just take the 2 from Frostlinks. Alright, well, dealing with that Starix is a pretty big deal. We still have to deal with basically any mutate they draw being amazing. But, things could be worse. Our Avian Oddity so big. That's not what we want right now. I can tell you that. So by using Fertilid, they can, especially when their dex is small, they can increase the chances of drawing something impactful. Like a removal spell for Avian Oddity, which would just basically be game over. We're really on a tightrope here where removal means we lose. Okay. It's a card that can buy us some time, at least at some point. Right now, we don't really need it, but we might later. Oh, actually, I think we kind of do need it now, don't we? I think we do, because if they attack with everything... Oh, God, especially if they do that. Okay, so... Tap the 2 big guys. We have Winota in this deck, and she did win us 1 game. But our day overall hasn't been great. We went 0-3, 2-3, and now at least 4-3. And it looks like 4-3 is where we're going to be right now. Okay. That's helpful. Rather have hexproof or flying at this point. I think flying... because of our mentor. See if we regret that. Okay. We need to keep drawing. Oh yeah, I will have the win next turn. Except that they just got lifelink. Oh, I screwed that up royally. Oh, no, I didn't. Not yet. Good. So if they attack me with all 5 of these, I am not dead still. They're now at 20. I needed to draw something there that actually did something. So we can only do 18 right now. There's only 2 lands left in our deck, so surely we won't draw them, right? Surely we won't. Surely we won't indeed. Okay, so who do I want to copy? Is the question. Unori, I mean, just giving us a big creature on the ground like Unori is probably worth it. Giving one of my guys lifelink might be worth it even more, though. I think lifelink is probably better. Yeah. I guess I could have gained a little more life, but I think keeping a blocker back is probably a good call. Uh-oh. I'm not sure it matters. Alright, so block the biggest guy, just to be safe. They need 2 kill spells to not die. Wow, yeah, we dug our way out of that one thanks to a timely Mythos. And our blue mentor, also. That game looked out of reach, but we got there. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It can copy any permanent. Ominous Seas might be a bit of a problem against us because we're pretty slow. We'll see. I suppose. Ooh. That's going to be good. If we can turn 3 Phase Dolphin, turn 4 Winota, that's going to feel pretty good, I think. So if they leave mana up, yeah, and they're going to. If they leave mana up, I don't think we're going to try for a Winota. Let's attack. And we'll just play Perimeter Sergeant instead. I guess playing another non-human probably would have been better, but I'm okay with this. Okay. So, they could still have Essence Scatter mana, which is real unfortunate for us. Do I just leave mana up here for Convolute and whatnot? And the Great Shark, potentially? I think I do. We're kind of telegraphing something, but our fail case here is that we flash in a Great Shark at the end of their turn. So... I'm pretty okay with that, honestly. Yeah, we did get some sweet rares in this one, that's for sure. Alright, so let's flash in the Great Shark. See what happens. Nothing. Nothing happens. Oh. Then that happens. Okay. So we do have an opening now to play our bombs. I think we'll play Karuga this turn and Winota next turn. We're going to have a Kraken to deal with soon. Which is less than ideal, but... Man. If I knew for a fact that they didn't have counter magic, I could try to kill them right now. I think we just play Winota here and attack with both. Okay, so I can actually convolute that. See if they have a convolute to answer our convolute. Nice. We may not hit a human, but we have a decent chance. Oh, that's a pretty good one. Okay. Are we gonna get there? We got there. That Great Shark was big. I mean, all it did was die, but it finally gave us an opening where we could play our things. All right, so this will be our last game, one way or another, whether we win or lose, because we're 6-2. All right, we keep this. Opponent's mulliganing, I guess. This continues to prove to me, although in this case our deck does have some other silly rares, but the cost of playing these seems to almost always be worth it. Which we should have all kind of figured out. You get, I mean, you know, the more I've thought about it, it's like you get an 8th card in your opening hand, and it's a card that's always going to be like a B, you know? Like, even when it's not great. Like a 5-mana 5/4 that draws you 1 card, that's pretty good. Alright, so we're actually going to cycle our coordinated charge this time. Okay, so player Sergeant here. Maybe about to eat a removal spell. He does die to most of them. He also dies to that in combat. So I might cycle this too. I probably will. It's just not very good early. I think what they should have done with these companions is literally just make this a 5-mana 5/4. And maybe make the requirement a little easier, but I still think they would have been really good. Giving you that 8th card in your opening hand if it's a 5-mana 5/4. You know, give it Trample and Vigilance or something, you know? That's probably where they should have started instead of where they did, which has broken multiple constructed formats, which doesn't affect me much, but, you know. It is kind of sad to constantly see every other set lately, they just screw up. Which people have been saying for like decades, but it's actually true right now. It's actually true. Okay. That's interesting to me. I am going to take it, obviously. I think the fact they aren't in your hand, you mean like you can't target them with like discard spells and stuff? That's true. Alright. So we're going to cycle that. I'm going to play Karuga. Attack with both of those. Yeah, that would have been a good idea. The top of your deck thing's good. Would be a good fix. So next turn I can copy Karuga and do it all over again. Draw 3 cards this time, actually. It's probably what I'm going to do if Karuga's still alive. Well, that's not good news. That guy's gross in terms of giving you creature tokens. Young Cyclomancer, I've been calling it. It's basically what it is. I think Karuga gonna die. No, maybe not. So we're just gonna take the hit here. Since keeping Karuga alive is such a big payoff right now. Playing Tiger before Mythos seems a little greedy. I could definitely do it, but it seems riskier to do. Oh, good. Someone else has first strike now, too. All right, so we go to 10 here. Okay. They're tapped out, so I think our plan is a good one. Oh, crap! That was stupid. I forgot about legendary rule. I forgot it was legendary, which is silly to begin with, but there you go. That definitely isn't what I should have done. Well, that's the difference between victory and defeat right there. You know, it's not impossible to overcome, thanks to the fact that we drew three cards out of it. But it's pretty hard to overcome when your opponent's having this good of a start. Yeah. All right. Bring the thunder. So we'll block you and take 2. All right, we can recover actually. Maybe. Actually, maybe. All right. So we've got 6 mana. How best to use that 6 mana? So just to play the Terran with Hexproof here. That's probably it. Although, there are other options that let me leave up Convolute, but they don't impact the board as much. Let's see if we can overcome our misplay. I mean, it's interesting because, yeah, I agree that, you know, Companion is a cool mechanic. It's fun to play with. But it seems like there is a... there's got to be a middle ground where you can make it fun to play with and not break literally multiple formats. If it just broke one format, that'd be one thing, you know. But, you know, it's broken. They've broken multiple formats, so... Man, imagine if I hadn't done that to my poor Karuga. So that Marmoset is kind of scary right now. I'm going to go ahead and block with this. Just to block. Yeah, it depends on what format you're talking about. That's more fun. On the kitchen table, sure, but everywhere else, it's harder to argue, I think. So we'll grab our mountain. I don't think you're understanding, Dancy, the level of good card that the companions are. Like, literally every format, from standard to vintage. Like, they're really turning the formats on their head. You can't say that about any good card. You can only say that about a very select few cards. So... that's the point, is, you know, Oko did the same thing. Nope, this will be our last draft of the day. Big Flyer. Still lets me leave up my Neutralize, so I guess so. Well, that doesn't look good, does it? Alright. Stick the Terran there. And Patasia Tiger here. Let's hope their plan here is to cast the Pump Your Whole Team spell and we can counter it. If that's their plan, we're okay. If it's not their plan... okay. I'm sure they have another cycling card. is the unfortunate news for us. Doesn't look like they have charge. I thought they did too. That would have been preferable. That's for sure. Charge would have been preferable. Alright, so Terran's dead. We take 4. All they need is 1 card with cycling to kill us. So that's not good news. They don't have any other cards with cycling in their deck, right? No way, right? They don't even need another card with cycling to kill us. They just have to attack us. So we'll go ahead and scoop. Alright, well, we got to 6-3, and then I potentially punted that game away. I don't know that we would have won it either way. I guess maybe having another copy of just like our 3/4 flyer would have been nice, but yeah, so don't make a copy of your companions, kids. Don't do it. We did it earlier and it was really awesome, but that's because the companion had Capture Sphere on it. So in that case, we didn't like really screw up. And I had that in my mind. I was envisioning how good that felt, but you know, didn't happen that way. All right, well, that will do it for today's stream. Tomorrow, I'll be back again, same time. Overall, we had a decent day in the end today. We started pretty bad, but we finished up pretty well. So hopefully you guys can stop by tomorrow, and I'll see you then.